Hey Arctic, Jack here. If you steal a video and turn it into an essay about a different subject, is it really stealing? Well, to explain this further, I need to give some backstory. Or do I? Last year, I had to make an essay about Romeo and Juliet. Around the same time, I had also been listening to Vsauce videos nearly every night before I slept. I had nearly every word from Illusions of Time engraved into my mind, so I decided I would make my essay based on that video. So now, here's the essay, in its pure plagiarized glory. In Romeo and Juliet, it discusses how Juliet feels it will take 20 years until she can reach Romeo again, despite it only being till the morning of the next day. This phenomenon is not only a creation from Shakespeare's mind, but something that everyone will likely experience more than once in their lifetime. To explain it more, we need to look at it from a different, modern perspective. If you were to go on a fun vacation, but your plane was delayed for an hour, that hour will drag and take seemingly forever to end. But when you arrive at your destination, a whole day of fun will pass by a glance. However, after you finish your vacation, in retrospect, that hour in the airport will seem like it was nothing at all, and your day of fun will feel like it never ended. This phenomenon has come to be known as the short long and long short. It's been theorized that it's like this because empty, boring things leave very little memories in the brain, but in the moment your brain is focused on boredom and time, not being distracted from it. Returning back to Romeo and Juliet, Juliet is focusing on the fact that she has to wait until she can speak to Romeo again, and it's the only thing she cares about at the moment. This makes the time drag until she's finally able to speak to Romeo again. There are other examples of time dilation outside of our own minds, of course. If you were to ever travel into space, you will be younger than the people you left behind on Earth, even if by a few seconds in most cases. This is because once you are outside the major gravitational influence, the faster you go, the less time will pass. If you are in the International Space Station for a year, you'll be 0.01 seconds younger than you would be if you stayed on Earth. Given you were fast enough, you could have children on Earth, fly in space for a while, return, and be younger than your grandchildren. This doesn't affect Romeo and Juliet much, unless they make a sequel, Romeo and Juliet in Space. But this does illustrate how relative time really is, and how much of a difference it can make. After all this, I'm sure you think time is very unusual. You are right. Time is something that we may think we are victims to and are forced to follow its flow, but that isn't completely true. We may not be able to reverse time and slap Shakespeare for writing Romeo and Juliet, but we can harvest time and control how we feel time. If you want an hour to pass in a blink, you can easily pull your phone out and scroll through social media feeds. If you want time to crawl and last long, you can do nothing. We may not be able to explore space in an instant, but we can control time far more than any of our ancestors ever thought we'd be able to. That is incredible. To conclude, Juliet just needs to pull out a book she enjoys. Romeo will be there in no time at all. I'm really surprised I got an A+ on this.